Picture this. It's the end of the year. You're sitting in your office late at night, staring at your bank account with that familiar sinking feeling that's become way too normal. On paper, you had a great year. Revenue looked solid. Sales were steady. Customers seemed happy. But somehow, here you are again, scrambling to cover payroll, stretching every dollar, and asking yourself the same question you asked last year. Where did all the money go? And even more painful, why does this business feel like it owns me instead of the other way around? If that scenario hits a little too close to home, you're not alone. And today, you're about to discover the 7 deadly mistakes silently strangling businesses just like yours. These mistakes are predictable, avoidable, and surprisingly common, even among very successful businesses on the outside. But here's the twist. Most owners don't even know they're making them. And by the time they realize what's happening, the damage is already done. By the end of this video, you're not just going to know what these mistakes are, you're going to have a clear, step-by-step roadmap to eliminate them before they drain another year of your life, your energy, and your business's potential. And stick with me until the end, because the final mistake is the one almost every owner falls into, and it has the biggest impact on your time, stress, and freedom. Before we get into it, if you're serious about building a business that actually works for you, not a business that consumes your life, then hit that like button right now and subscribe. We release new videos every week designed to help owners create systems, predictable profit, and the freedom they started their business for in the first place. All right, let's start with a mistake that's probably already costing you money, even if you think you're doing it well enough. Mistake number 1, treating invoicing like a suggestion instead of a system. This one is brutal because it feels harmless. After all, you delivered the service, the customer knows they owe you, and the money will come eventually, right? But here's the truth. Inconsistent invoicing is one of the biggest silent killers of cash flow. We see it all the time. Businesses sending invoices whenever they remember, with vague payment terms that customers treat like optional guidelines. Let's give you an example. A consulting firm we worked with would finish a project and then take 45 to 60 days to send the invoice. Then they'd give the client another 30 days to pay. That means cash for work they already didn't arrive for 3 months. Meanwhile, the business still had monthly expenses, payroll, subscriptions, software, rent, you know the list. They were essentially operating a free lending service for their clients. Sound familiar? Fixing this doesn't require magic. It requires discipline and systems. Invoices should go out within 24 hours of service delivery, every single time. Payment terms should incentivize speed, not delay. And follow-up shouldn't depend on your memory or your mood. Automated reminders, scheduled follow-ups, and clear expectations aren't just helpful. They're essential. One landscaping company we advised increased their cash flow by 40%. Yes, 40%. Simply by switching to weekly billing cycles and offering a small 2% discount for payments made within 5 days. That tiny incentive pulled tens of thousands of dollars forward into their business. And as painful as that mistake is, the next one might be even worse, because it's one most owners don't even notice they're making until the consequences hit hard. Mistake number 2, playing bank for your customers without charging a single cent in interest. Think about this for a moment. Every day a customer delays paying you, you are effectively giving them an interest-free loan. Meanwhile, you might be paying real interest on your credit lines, business cards, or loans. It's the worst financial trade possible. We once consulted with a manufacturing company that carried more than $200,000 in outstanding receivables at any given time. They were literally funding their customers' operations while barely keeping up with their own. Their customers loved them because they were giving them months of free financing. But the business itself was drowning. The solution requires 2 things, a backbone and a system. Every new customer should complete a credit application if you're offering any terms at all. Late payments should have real consequences, not the token $25 fee that clients ignore. We're talking about 1.5% per month or more. And most importantly, you need to enforce your terms consistently. When one plumbing contractor we worked with implemented a 2% monthly late fee and communicated it clearly, their average collection time dropped from 45 days to just 12 days and 6 months. That kind of shift can transform an entire business. And if you think that's bad, the next mistake drains cash even faster. And it's one almost every product-based business makes without realizing it. Mistake number 3, inventory management that would make a casino proud. If your approach to inventory is essentially order what feels right, you're gambling. Some businesses gamble and win for a while, but eventually the house always wins. And in this case, the house is your storage unit full of slow-moving, cash-eating product. We've seen retail stores with half a year's worth of winter coats sitting in their stockroom in July, while they're constantly running out of summer items everyone wants to buy. We worked with a boutique clothing store that had thousands of dollars tied up in inventory. Customers weren't buying, while missing out on sales for the items customers were buying. Real inventory management means understanding what's actually happening in your business, not what you assume is happening. Track your turn rates. Track seasonal patterns. Track reorder timing. Use software. Don't rely on your gut. Implement just-in-time ordering when possible. Negotiate payment terms with suppliers. That same boutique reduced their inventory investment by 30% and increased sales simply by implementing weekly inventory reviews and automated reorder points. Now, these first three mistakes drain cash flow fast, but the next one drains it quietly. So quietly that most businesses don't notice until it's too late. Mistake number 4, expense creep. This is the slow, gradual accumulation of small, recurring costs that add up to massive waste. It's not the major equipment purchases or the new hires that usually cause the problem. It's the subscriptions, the duplicate services, the unused software, the temporary expenses that never go away. One digital marketing agency we worked with discovered they were paying for 12 different software tools costing $3,000 a month when they only needed 4 tools totaling $800. They redirected the extra $2,200 a month into a cash reserve that later saved them during a seasonal downturn. This is why you need quarterly expense audits. Sit down and review every recurring charge with fresh eyes. If something isn't directly tied to revenue or efficiency, it needs to go. Owners often don't realize how much is leaking out of their business until they do this. And before we jump into the next mistake, which is one of the most damaging, we've created something that can help you start fixing these issues immediately. It's a free business checklist that takes just 15 minutes to complete and can save you over 10 hours per week once implemented. It shows you exactly where your time leaks are and gives you the action steps to plug them. Grab it using the link in the description. It's completely free, and you'll have it in your inbox within minutes. Now let's talk about mistake number 5, pretending every month is financially the same. Unless you're in a perfectly stable industry, which almost no one is, you cannot plan your cash flow as if July looks like March or as if December looks like May. Businesses have natural rhythms, and your financial plan needs to acknowledge them. We worked with a pool maintenance company that made great money from April through September and then struggled every winter. They were hiring full-time staff during peak season and then panicking about how to pay them when the slow season hit. The fix was simple but powerful. Build seasonal cash flow projections, plan for valleys, and create a savings buffer specifically for slow months. They also added complementary services like holiday lighting installation and indoor plant maintenance to keep revenue steady year-round. The result? Stable income, stable payroll, stable stress levels. Mistake number 6 is one that feels like ambition, but it's actually dangerous. Growth funded by desperation instead of strategy. Too many businesses reinvest every single dollar back into expansion, new equipment, new locations, new hires, without building the reserves that protect them when things go sideways. A food truck operation we coached made this mistake repeatedly. They'd have a strong month and immediately buy new equipment or hire more staff. But when food costs spiked and 3 regular locations canceled in the same week, they nearly went bankrupt. Why? Because they had no reserves, no safety net, no buffer. The rule is simple: never grow faster than your cash flow can support. And if you use external funding, reserve enough cash to survive at least 3 to 6 months of disruptions. After restructuring their approach, that food truck business now keeps 3 months of operating expenses in reserve before expanding. They've survived multiple industry shocks that wiped out competing businesses. And now the final mistake, the one almost every business owner makes, even experienced ones. Mistake number 7, treating cash flow management like a once-in-a-while task instead of a daily discipline. Cash flow isn't something you check when you pay bills. It's the single most important indicator of your business's health. And if you're not looking at it daily, you are driving your business blind. One construction company we worked with would only look at their cash position when bills came due. They were constantly surprised, constantly scrambling, and constantly stressed. When they shifted to daily cash flow awareness, a 5-minute review every morning, they eliminated financial surprises for 2 straight years. They took advantage of opportunities their competitors couldn't afford. They became proactive instead of reactive. And here's the truth: every single mistake you just heard is avoidable, completely avoidable. But avoiding them requires systems, real, proven systems that take your business from reactive chaos to predictable, stable, profitable operations. The businesses that will thrive in the coming years won't be the ones with the flashiest marketing or the fanciest branding. They'll be the ones with bulletproof cash flow management, disciplined systems, and owners who understand how to run a business that works for them, not against them. If you're ready to stop playing cash flow roulette with your business, if you're ready to reclaim your time, gain control, and build a business that finally gives you the freedom you've been working for, then we've created something specifically for you. Our comprehensive business course shows you exactly how to build the systems, processes, and financial foundations that create predictable profits and consistent cash flow. It's designed for real business owners in the real world. Not theory, not fluff, and definitely not get-rich-quick nonsense. Just proven systems that work. You can learn more by clicking the next video on your screen or using the link in the description. And the best part? The course introduction is completely free, no credit card required. You get to see exactly what's inside before making any commitment. Don't let another year pass where you work harder than ever but have nothing to show for it except stress and sleepless nights. Don't let your business become another cash flow casualty. Click the link, check out the free course introduction, and take the first step toward building the business and the life you actually want to own. We'll see you in the next video.